Chapter 4, Cave Art. Recently, scientists were searching Hohlefels cave in Germany. 3 small ivory objects caught their eye. They were figures of a horse, a bird, and a creature that was half human, half lion. They were carved over 30,000 years ago. Ice Age people often carved animals and people out of ivory, bone, stone, and antlers. They also created figures out of clay. This water bird carving was discovered at Hohlefels cave. It was carved from mammoth ivory. Sometimes they painted wonderful pictures on cave walls. The artists walked deep into the pitch-black caves. Many caves were so narrow that they had to crawl on their stomachs. They lighted their way with torches of burning animal fat. In one cave, they painted on a 20-foot-high ceiling. Early artists usually painted animals and hunters. Sometimes herds of animals decorated the walls. There were also human figures and handprints. Scientists do not believe the people actually lived in these caves. They think they were special caves for art. Paint. Cave artists used minerals found in dirt as paint. The earliest paintings were mostly black. Later, they added red to their paintings. The red came from iron oxide buried in the ground. The artists dug up lumps of it and ground it into a paste. The red paint has lasted for thousands of years. Artists painted with twigs and horsehair brushes. They blended the paint with feathers. Sometimes they blew paint out of their mouths onto the walls. Sometimes they blew paint out of hollow animal horns. The Cave of Lascaux. One day in 1940, 4 French boys lost their puppy in the woods. The dog's name was Robot. They feared it had fallen down a deep hole. They lowered themselves down on ropes. To their surprise, they found themselves in a cave. What they saw there amazed them. The cave walls were covered in drawings, paintings, and engravings. The boys saw herds of animals painted on the walls. There was a large bull and an upside-down horse. This painting of a herd of horses lasted so long because the cave was dry and dark. Scientists think people at Lascaux walked 25 miles to get iron oxide for painting. I apologize for my pronunciation of the French words. They had found the cave of Lascaux, one of the most important Ice Age sites in the world. Scientists date the art back to over 16,000 years ago. People began to come from all over to see the incredible cave art. Experts worried that the paintings would be ruined. Finally, the French government closed the cave, but it created a second cave nearby. It looks like the real one. Today, visitors can only visit the new cave. The wonderful art at Lascaux remains safe deep in its dark and magic cave. Altamira. Altamira is a cave in Spain. In 1879, a young girl told her father about some strange cave paintings she'd heard about there. Her father, Don Marcelino Sans de Satuola, had studied ancient cave art. He walked far back into the cave. What he saw startled him. The cave was covered in art. There were deer, wild-born bison. He was convinced the art was between 11,000 and 19,000 years old. This bison is from the cave at Altamira. People flocked to the cave. Then trouble began. Experts questioned Don Marcelino's conclusions. Some even thought the paintings were fake. They claimed his friends painted the pictures. When Don Marcelino died, people still doubted his discovery. The King of Spain even visited. Experts continued to study the cave. Nearly 15 years after Don Marcelino's death, they all agreed he had been right. Scientists found the remains of food in the cave. They also found tools and hearths for fire. Experts believe people actually lived there. People have been creating art for thousands of years. Some scientists think early people made art to give them luck on the hunt. They may have done it to tell stories or create magic, but there are many experts who think these early artists just wanted to create something beautiful. Turn the page to see our favorite cave paintings. Jack and Annie's Gallery of Cave Art. Cave art often pictured animals of the hunt. Bison, horses, and bulls decorated many walls. Sometimes the artists painted hunters spearing game. They also showed hunters being injured. Some animal paintings were large. In La Caux, there is a cow over 5 feet long called the Leaping Cow. Horse from La Caux. Hunting scene from Lascaux. Swimming stags from Lascaux. Here are some of our favorite cave paintings.